I am Bokius Maximus. I am son to a aging hippie and co-host to a guy with subpar taste. Today we're going to talk about his favorite movie. What's your favorite movie, Andrew?
Gladiator.
It's Gladiator. If you're the type of person who, instead of having a good, healthy meal, would prefer to sit and eat popcorn, I can see how you could do that.
To an extent, I'm willing to say that I can hear what you're saying, partly see where you're going, but I can't let you play Gladiator like that.
We open up the movie with the end of the war against the barbarians in Germania, and this is the last historically accurate thing that happens in the entire movie. You get introduced to one of the true virtues of the movie, the hyper-realistic battle scenes. He jacks the shutter rate way the fuck up. You see all of the chaos and the fucking insanity of, a live battle, and it's brilliant, and I love it.
Yeah.
And then at the end, they cut to Caesar, who you don't know he's Caesar. And they end that battle, and Maximus has this thing, and there's this moment where, like, Caesar O's on his horse, man. Did you notice that? He's like,
Like, that first battle scene, I was just invested. Like, that blade is stuck in a tree, hairs coming from the blade, real gritty looking blood on the sword. Oh my goodness, they're really getting it in. So that's why, like, I didn't give a damn who this person is until the story tells me who this person is. Because right now, I'm in this ass whooping that's being handed out.
there was the scene at the beginning where he's talking about his father wrote the list of the 14 virtues
Right,
that a man needed to be emperor. And he runs down the list, and those are all qualities exemplified in Maximus.
right.
And those are all qualities that I do not have, which I feel like the only thing that me and that character have in common is that we have a black friend. He doesn't seem very committed to his plan. At some point, I believe, even, the games, and they go back to their cells in the games, and they go back to their cells. At some point, even his friend, even his black friend is like, look, just kill the guy. Why don't you just kill him? And at some point, the sister, because of the incest thing, goes to see him to try and talk him into being the champion of the people and blah, blah, blah. Why does she have to talk him into it? It's the fucking reason you're there, dude. You're going to kill this guy because he killed your family, and you're going to free Rome because it's what the man that you loved like a father asked you to do. This is your purpose. Why does she have to go talk him into it? And why does he put up such a fucking argument over the thing? Like, why not just be like, look, that's why I'm here. Other actors considered for the role of Maximus. Ridley Scott hollers at Mel Gibson. He's like, you're the only man who can do this justice. And Mel Gibson says, I'm just too old. And it's not that I'm too old to do the stunts. I'm too old for anybody to believe that I am this character. So he steps back. Hugh Jackman.
Really can't see anybody else in the role.
Now, this other name I think is very interesting, and I think would have been maybe the only name that I would have preferred. And if for no other reason than the character is supposed to be a Spaniard.
Right.
Banderas was approached.
Really?
Yeah, right? I am the father to a murdered son. Husband to a murdered wife.
So Puss in Boots as the Gladiator.
Ew! Sister fucking, ew! Man, come on.
All about having sex with sisters, not sisters.
But I felt like that was all very, very Caligula.
Yes, definitely. That was downright disgusting. But I will say this, if you're going to be a little weirded out by somebody, can't go wrong with Joaquin Phoenix. I just know that till this day, based on the character that he played in Gladiator, I don't fuck with Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, Commodus. Commodus. I read about Commodus.
Right.
That would have been a great movie. And he was crazy for the games. He was the Gladiator Caesar. He was the Gladiator Emperor. And he would go into the ring and he would fight fucking bears and tigers and 3 dudes at a time and fucking kill shit. And the whole time he's doing that, he's going full on Mayweather. Because he's like, you got to pay me to fight. And you got to pay me a lot. And so Rome is paying him so much money that his fights devalued Roman currency. If they had done a historically accurate Commodus,
Right.
that would have been much more interesting than what they did.
Yeah, because this Commodus was a bitch.
I'm not entirely sure, but I don't feel like you can just say, you're going to be in charge of Rome.
Okay, so I'm waiting for the part where you tell me that on the cover of the box, it says based on a true story.
A disclaimer that says based on a true story to me is worthless. Basically, to me, that means that you made that shit up. And I don't expect a true depiction. I just expect you to not take a total shit on it. One of my favorite things in the movie,
Okay.
Roman roulette. Roman roulette is fucking sick, dude. Anytime you want to play a game of Roman roulette,
Nah, I'm good.
you watch this movie for 15 minutes before anybody says anybody's fucking name. I have no idea for the first 15 minutes of this movie who the old man on the horse is. I don't know who Maximus is. I don't know anything except that based on archetypes,
Okay.
this is my hero. I thought the old man was a mage. I thought they sent like mages out on the battlefield to like do magic and shit. Murder by hugs, ladies and gentlemen. That happens in this movie. About 25, 30 minutes in, someone gets hugged to death.
I don't even like you, Jake.
I feel like the Care Bear stare would have been a more dignified way to go.
Really? That's what he suffocated him, Jake.
First person since the Triceratops on Barney to get hugged to death. 40 minutes before anything interesting happens, 45 minutes into the story before the movie starts. And basically, this is Mad Max. And refresh my memory, because you're going to know this scene better than me. The scene where they take him out to execute him. He kills some of those guys, right? Am I wrong in thinking that?
No, he kills the guys that are there to execute him.
Not all of them, though, right?
No, he killed all of them. Because,
Well, then who goes back to lie to Commodus?
how I feel is the entire story is based around this one scene. There's a move that we have in the hood called Pardon My Back. That's basically a sign of disrespect, because I'm saying you a hoe out in these streets and I can walk away from you and you ain't finna do shit.
Yeah, and that was a really interesting and really cool moment in the movie that doesn't happen for another half an hour. That time, I guess, is consumed by him injured, being carried to the slave camp.
Training. Cutting off his tattoo. Forging a bond with Demon Hunsu.
You're Maximus. You're on a revenge mission. You're going to restore Rome to its former glory. The guy that you need to kill is coming at you. You've got your arrowhead, your plan of attack. You know exactly what you need to do to free a nation from the grip of a fucking tyrannical douchebag. Does an 11-year-old boy stop you from doing that? And he wouldn't, it's not like he was going to shoot him with a gun and he might have gotten caught in the crossfire or something, like he was going to accidentally hurt the boy.
No,
he would have just had to push the boy out of the way and stick the guy in the neck.
I think, he just didn't want to do it right there in front of the kid,
Doesn't he ultimately,
as soon as he
anyway,
sees the kid, he's like, you know what?
The kid sees...
There'll be another time for this.
Why? And this is just stupid movie shit. Why, oh why, oh why doesn't Commodus have Maximus killed after the first games? Why wouldn't he kill Maximus during the escape attempt? There were so many opportunities to kill Maximus and come out on top that after a certain point, it's like he should have just walked up to him and been like, look, dude, at the beginning of the movie, let's just stab me. Put it in me, bro.
It's all for the Yeah, we're going to have to edit that out. There is a me that watches a movie and looks for things like that. There's also a me that watches a movie and gets swept up into the movie. And with me, for this movie, that's what happened.
Failure to characterize, failure to move the plot along without the ghost in the machine. Do not watch this shit. Watch 2 episodes of Rome, where you would be better served. I think 300 is probably a more entertaining movie. If you're just down for some popcorn and some fights, go back and watch the classics if you're going to watch a Sword and Sandals movie, because this is drastically overhyped.
I say, I hate sandals. You will never catch me in them. However, get your popcorn and watch this shit. You said if you like popcorn, get your popcorn and watch this shit. White cheddar.
Ooh. Now I want popcorn.
I can go back to my life in Squaresville anytime, baby.